Hello friends, how are you? Hope all of you are fine. Welcome to A Logically. This is lecture 3 of economics course. In this lecture we shall study definition of macroeconomics, its scope and various macroeconomics issues. Various economists define macroeconomics in different way and we shall discuss them in upcoming slides. So, are you ready to learn? Of course. So, let's start. So, what is macroeconomics? We shall understand the origin of macro word and difference between microeconomics and macroeconomics. We can know the meaning of macroeconomics only after the origin of macro word. It has been taken from Greek word macros. It means is that language is large. Hence macroeconomics means to analyze whole economy at wide level. Macroeconomics is not a new term for students. In fact, you have been better understand the difference of terms, micro and macro, at senior secondary level. Repeating this difference, it can be said that in microeconomics, economic problems is studied at individual level, as an individual family, an individual firm, an individual industry and individual market, whereas in macroeconomic economic problems are studied at the level of economy as a whole. According to Shapiro, macroeconomics deals with the functioning of the economy as a whole. Ackley Gardner's words, macroeconomics concerns with such variables as the aggregate volume of the output of an economy, with the extent to which its resources are employed, with the size of national income and with the general price level. In words of M. H. Spence, macroeconomics is concerned with the economy as a whole or large segments of it. In macroeconomics, attention is focused on such problems as the level of unemployment, the rate of inflation, the nation's total output and other matters of economy-wide significance. Macroeconomics is the study of aggregates and that is only at whole economy level. Therefore, when we mention of demand in macroeconomics, then our means to aggregate demand which includes all goods and services for whole economies by all sector. To compare macroeconomics with microeconomics, we see that microeconomics studies individual units, but macroeconomics studies aggregates and that is only at whole economy level. So, what do we study in macroeconomics? This question is related to scope of macroeconomics. The meaning of scope is dimensions, means which economic problems and issues are included in macroeconomics. Its knowledge is essential to understand its contents. Widely in scope of macroeconomic study following are included. 1. Theory of national income. In macroeconomic studies, different concepts of national income, its different factors, methods to measure it and social accounting. 2. Theory of employment. In macroeconomic studies, employment and unemployment related problems. Different factors that determines level of employment as are effective demand, total supply, total investment, total savings etc. are studied in this. 3. Theory of money. Changing in demand and supply of money affected employment level to a great extent. In macroeconomics, function of money and that related theories are studied. Banking system and other financial institutions are studied also in this context. 4. Theory of general price level. The study of changing in general prime level is the main problem of macroeconomics. Inflation, general increment in price, and deflation, general decreasement in prices, are the main problems in this context. 5. Theory of economic growth. In macroeconomics, economic growth means increment in real per capita income. Related problems are studied. Under developed economies, growth-related problems are studied specially. Government's monetary and financial policies are studied in this also. 6. Theory of international trade. In macroeconomics, trade between different countries are studied also. So, let's ponder over major macroeconomic issues. Why we need macroeconomics? We shall discuss few parameters to understand major macroeconomic issues in this slide. So let's start. Major macroeconomic issues include growth and development, employment. So, let's ponder over major macroeconomic issues. Why we need macroeconomics? We shall discuss few parameters to understand major macroeconomic issues in this slide. So let's start. Major macroeconomic issues include growth and development, employment, business cycle, inflation, fiscal policy, monetary policy. Let's discuss them one by one in upcoming slides. Let's discuss growth and development issues related to major macroeconomic issues. Growth and development are the two important factors of macroeconomics or macroeconomics policies. Growth and development have become the focus of study of macroeconomics of different countries' economy in this age of globalization. The continuous growth of economics are essential, and this growth should be seen in the form of increasing standard of living of common people or should be totally improvement of quality of life. Growth should be transformed in development. Its meaning is that the gaps between haves and have-not should be reduced in course of time. In fact, the problem of growth and development has got much importance in recent past. Attainment of economic growth should not be done by fall of environment and natural resources excessive exploitation. Only in this context economist talks about sustainable development, and this is the rising problem of today's macroeconomics. In fact, planner and politicians are expected that they formulate policy to form consistent economic growth and social justice. So, let's discuss unemployment issues related to major macroeconomic issues. In India, unemployment continues a dreadful problem. We can see that unskilled labor at great scale suffering from rural unemployment. In urban areas too, skilled ones are also unemployed. In our country, unemployment problem is so vast and long-term that government has subjected to give reservation in government jobs. This reservation are trying to implement in private sector also. Unemployment is not a characteristics of underdeveloped country as India but UK and USA also. So, let's discuss business cycle issues related to major macroeconomic issues. In economic activities always have fluctuations. The nature of changing occurred in economy is not always steady. When economic activities go down, then it is called stage of recession. And when it reaches to its lowest position, then it is called stage of Great Depression. When it shows improvement, then it is called stage of recovery, and when it reaches at its topmost position, then it is called stage of boom. Recession and Great Depression is the stage of low profit. In this condition, marginal firms are closed, and huge cut in quantity of investment and unemployment takes place. Just its contrary, the boom condition is such a condition where profit is increasing, and also quantity of investment and means of production of demand increases continuously. Business cycle is not limited to a special firm or a particular commercial activities. This is a macro phenomena which affects all production units of country. In fact, an economy's cyclic circulation in itself a great macroeconomics related problem, whose solution is sought by not only producer, but also by government. So, let's discuss inflation issues related to major macroeconomic issues. Inflation is called such a condition in which a general price level continuously increases within a given period of time. As a result, value of money decreases and people's real purchase power is decreased. This is an also macroeconomics related problem. Normal increment in price is helpful in economic growth. It causes increment in investment and whole level of economic activities. But inflation sometimes takes the form or galloping inflation of hyperinflation. In the condition of hyperinflation, factors of production becomes less. We shall study monetary policy and fiscal policy in separate chapters in this course. In the next lecture we shall discuss demand and supply. So thank you for being a part of Logically. Don't forget the motto, learn, earn and return. Learn in order to earn, and when you start earning, return by helping people in need. So, see you in next lecture. Till then, take care, stay healthy, eat delicious food and live life to the fullest.